Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as Eastern Kentuckians continue to work to rebuild their lives after historic flooding, many struggle to find comfort in temporary housing. And a program gives people the chance to help with flood relief effort while earning a bit of money at the same time.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday and it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm Dakota Makris. Thank you for joining us this morning. And let's head over to Brandon Robinson for a look at our forecast this morning. Brandon, good morning. As I was heading to the station this morning, I did see a bit of fog, and the way it was like shining on the light looked like rain was going by, but it was not rain. You know what I'm talking about? Like it kind of just looked like it, but it was just fog.
Like the shimmer, yeah.
The shimmer, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, no rain out there this morning. It's the moisture that is thick and dense across most of the region this morning. No advisory, but the Weather Service did put out an alert. Thick and dense fog is likely this morning until about 9 o'clock. And you see, look at that, everybody except for Ashland below that 5-mile threshold. So again, be extra careful, take it slow, take it easy, give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going. Many places near zero visibility. And temperatures a bit on the cool side this morning. 59 in Clintwood, 61 Wise, Hazard, Irvin this morning, 64 in Pikeville, 65. Looks like our warm spot in Manchester this morning. That'll probably drop here before too long. And it's also 64 in Logan to start your day. So normal day for the most part, but a little extra on some of those places where it's a touch cooler on the coffee meter. Your out the door forecast, I do think we're going to see again temperatures climb into the low 80s this afternoon, so enjoy the sunshine and lower dew points while they last. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, as people across the region work to rebuild their lives, safe, affordable temporary housing is becoming a major issue. Some people are living in tents as they try to get assistance from FEMA or other agencies. Senator Mitch McConnell toured damaged communities earlier this month, calling it one of the worst natural disasters in state history. At a luncheon in Scott County, he was asked about what was being done for flood victims, and he had this to say.
Been down there twice in the last couple of weeks. As you know, the General Assembly is going into special session. The governor's calling later this week. FEMA, I think, was a little slow to react in the beginning. I hear they're picking it up. They really need to. This is an utter catastrophe.
Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear said FEMA has approved more than 2,000 applications in Eastern Kentucky that were initially denied. He says there is still more work to do, but calls this great progress. The Eastern Kentucky Concentrated Employment Program, or EKCEP, is looking for employers and employees to help with flood cleanup. Well, thanks to a national emergency grant from the U.S. Department of Labor, the program is partnering with the disaster relief employers and people who were laid off recently to pay people to help with flood cleanup. EKCEP is hosting numerous job fairs across the region to help connect employers and employees.
To be able to make that happen and be the caveat between all of that is just really, it's very heartwarming, especially after all the heartbreak that we have seen in our region and all the devastation that we've had here.
If you are interested in applying for this opportunity, you can visit any of the EKCEP events happening in the upcoming weeks. We'll have more information on other ways you can apply on WYMT.com. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky is one of the many organizations helping Eastern Kentuckians. The organization has already given out more than $600,000 to people directly impacted by flooding. Foundation staff say they are still accepting donations as people continue to rebuild.
I can't tell you the number of people who have partially lost everything and have not applied for any assistance. They've told us that, but they've shown up to put in applications for their neighbors and for their parents who they know aren't able to.
Officials say in the first 15 days of providing services, people reported nearly 2,000 homes were destroyed. Disaster food benefits have now been approved. Flood benefits have now been approved for 12 Kentucky counties. The benefits will be available to people who live or work there. The major disaster declaration issued by President Joe Biden paved the way for these new benefits. Applications can be submitted starting Wednesday. You can apply at a Department for Community-Based Services office or at a disaster recovery center. If anyone is needing heavy-duty tools to help with flood cleanup, the Lowe's in Hazard has you covered. Lowe's has set up a tool rental trailer outside of the retail store here in Hazard, offering pressure washers, generators, or anything else needed to aid people in the cleanup process. Lowe's employees say the rental trailer will be there for the next few weeks.
It felt exciting and encouraging that our company would think enough to transport a tool rental for our community that would help our community to try to get back on their feet and help our customers be able to get the things that they need.
The Lowe's tool rental trailer is open every day from 8 to 4. In order to rent, you must have a credit card and a driver's license. In Letcher County, a curfew has been lifted after being put in place a few weeks ago after the flooding. It was aimed at stop looting in flood-impacted communities. The sheriff's office is asking people to please be respectful of other people's property. Operation Unite is welcoming its new AmeriCorps members, preparing for the new school year with a familiar mission. Orientation began yesterday for more than 50 members, each heading to a school in the region to focus on drug and alcohol education, student advocacy, and more. Pike County Judge Executive Ray Jones welcomed the members to Pikeville, saying the job they are preparing for is incredibly important.
This is a message that needs to be carried, and the earlier we can get into the schools and teach our children about the dangers of drugs and alcohol, the better off we're going to be.
Well, training continues through Thursday, with those involved saying they are just eager to get in the schools and work with students. Well, thank you so much for getting your Tuesday morning started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we come back, strong storms across the U.S. lead to headaches at the airport as severe conditions cause cancellations and even delays.
And after the fog lifts this morning, sunny skies are the name of the game for now, at least. I'll have your full forecast in about 3 minutes.